Okay, Craig, can you hear me now? I'm here, and hopefully we've gone live. Okay, there we are. Hi, everybody. Uh, Back on again today. Got a couple of things to show you, and hope everybody's well on this fall day. And have a new setup here. I've got a few trees in the background, trying to get a little bit more atmospheric and cover up some of the clutter from our daily work. Hey, Dave. David Williams is aboard, and Logan M. So great, getting a couple of people in, 9 watching now. And all you lurkers, let's hear some of you speaking up. I see you all the time in the store, and you say, I watch you, and I never hear from you when we're live on our channel. So let's try to do that. And I'd like to have a sound check from Craig. He said I was a little vacant last show, and hopefully our sound setup's a little bit better. I got the headphones on to check the sound from this end anyway. So let's kick it off with a little, hey, Steve Rushaw, good to see you. And let's take a look at a little piece that just came in today. And yes, a G-Shock can be beautiful. This is a new G-Steel piece that came in, and we've got a full case of G-Shocks of all flavors right now, stocking up for the holidays. And this is one of the few with the gold tone, and pretty beautiful, I think, and very well priced at a shocking $360. You got a lot of watch for this. So this is a connected piece. It'll connect to your phone and do a bunch of functions, and also is solar powered and will set from the GM from the satellites, and so it's a pretty good all-rounder, big watch. So just thought I'd bring that on and kick it off with that. So Logan M. Hey, Craig, should I get a Steinhardt Ocean 1 black ceramic, or would you recommend something else for under 1,000? Well, Craig can jump in on that. He did. He's recommending the SBDC 007 is great. Okay. And okay, Chi-Town, California. Yes, rocking my Audio Technicas. Take note, Chip. Okay, yep, they're great. They can be wired or wireless, and they're cool. So I might have some other options as well. For under 1,000, for just above 1,000, I would look at some of our Zodiacs that we just brought aboard. Really nice pieces. They come in a bit over 1,000 for the entry-level pieces. I can highly recommend them, and a number of other brands we have here in the store. Go check our website, Logan M, and I think you'll find some things of pretty good interest. So, okay, so another little bit of exotica I want to show you, and take a look at this guy. This is an Alexander Sharikoff piece made for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and a client of ours asked us to get a piece in, and these are very scarce. They actually have the Polyot manual wind movements that Alexander Sharikoff is prone to put in his chronographs. So very interesting piece, a lot of detail on that dial. If you have someone you want to honor in the kingdom, great piece for $2,200. So check that out, and check out that strap. So one more of the exotic pieces that Little Treasury brings to the marketplace. Okay. All right, Chi-Town, California weighs in on the um, request by Logan M. and suggests a Zodiac Super Sea Wolf, Oris Diver 65, we have, and this Oris Aquas. Those we have in spades here in the store and online in our website. So if you're interested in any of those, please check us out. Okay, so good. So another little thing I want to run by you. I've added another camera. It's running a little choppy. It's got a funny white balance, but I want to see how it plays. So would you take a look at this and tell me what how this is working versus my main face camera? So on my screen, it's looking a little rough. I'm looking a little rough also. Give me a little feedback, if you will, guys. I appreciate that. And I'll cut to my main Nikon camera and take it from there. Okay. Thank you, Craig. The macro shot is sharp. All right. Let's forge ahead a bit. And someone yesterday was asking about a couple of Grand Seikos and the SBGE 215, which I did not have. And he asked about the SBGE 248. I've shown this before, but I think it's worth taking another look. It's a beauty. And again, it's got that blue dial with gold accents and a gold bezel with blue sapphire on the front surface. And excellent piece. The core piece in this collection, the SBGE 201, has the black dial and black bezel, as many of you might know. So this is an excellent piece. The one that other one asked about, the SBGE 215, is it's titanium, and so it's somewhat pricier than the SBGE 201, and has gold accents, black with gold accents. I don't have it here in this shop right now. We have had it. So cool piece. Appreciate any feedback you have about that. Okay. And okay, so a little feedback on the other headshot, not too sharp, and yeah, I don't know what's up with that, and looks like the focus is off on my main camera. So let's go check that out. And all right, we're gonna focus up. That's the wrong way. That is better, I think. That will bring my mustache out in full relief. Okay, so we can have some comments on that. We've got a few in the comments after the show yesterday, so that's great. Okay, and ornament design, new name to us. Hi, exquisite GS quality without a doubt. That is true. And is there a Grand Seiko for close to $2,000? Not new, and probably not new, not pre-owned too much either. So you come in at 3, you'll be good. All right, so let's go back to this piece. And lovely. Okay, so Steve Rushaw, Steinhardt makes some good original pieces, but if you want to scratch the Submariner copy itch, there are cheaper options. Okay, so I'm not too educated on Steinhardt, and have to leave it up to you guys to hash that one out. So, okay, I'm getting a little echo. I'm not sure if you're getting that on the other end. You might let me know. Okay. So let's mix it up a bit. I want to bring up another piece. This is out of the Presage collection, and this, I'm going to have to hold this because it's too tilty. But let's see if I can bring it in. And this is a green dial Presage that's new this year, and really lovely piece with a power reserve. And if you watched our Time Out event, our moderator, Barbara Palumbo, What's on Her Wrist, was wearing one and absolutely loves it. So it is a larger watch. I'd say it's in the 42 range thereabouts, or maybe 43. But she was wearing it really nicely as a cuff. And green dials are a favorite of mine, so I like to show it. I know I'm getting a lot of reflection off of this guy, so for what it's worth. So, and then very nice price. We've got, hang on, $675 on this. So, as with many of the Presages, really excellent prices for a pretty nice piece. It is not the thinnest watch in the box, but it is very nice, especially at that price range, exhibition back. So, all right. So David Williams asks, is the SBGA 293 in production? Also, is the SBGA 407 Blue Snowflake a limited edition? So SBGA 293, you're going to have to refresh me on that, Dave, with a colloquial description. The 407, SBGA 407 Blue Snowflake, to my knowledge, is not a limited edition. It has gotten a little scarce, as has many other pieces in recent weeks. And so we do have one on order. Refreshing our case, and I think it's going to take until December to get that in. So this is becoming more and more true. So ask early for those things, especially if you're thinking about something for the holidays. Check it out, the availability earlier. And okay, so Chi-Town asked me what I think of the Submariner Hulk. Well, I was offered one a couple of weeks ago, and I passed. It's interesting, but not at the prices that they're commanding, and for me, and not my favorite Rolex. So, but that would be me. And again, I'm not your Rolex guy per se. So, okay. And Craig is providing a link to Grand Seiko, and I guess to check out some of these style numbers that are being thrown about. Okay. So let's forge ahead and take a look at some other pieces. Here's going to mix this up a bit. And I forgot if I showed you this the other day. And let's get this going. Here we go. Yep, so this is the Olympic 2020 Olympic piece, one of the two Omegas, and we got one in yesterday, went right out the door, and lo and behold, this one showed up today as well, and very nice piece, and I think it'd be a pretty good demand for this going forward, so we're happy to have it stocked now. And I'm looking for another shot of that. Oh, here we go. So this is a little clearer photograph, and yeah, took that shot yesterday and posted on Instagram. So interesting dial, I think. Okay, and David, SBGA 293, a white cream spring drive with power reserve on the front, with the power reserve. Okay. Are you saying without or with? Because most of them do. And do I have any of the Seamaster? This is Chi-Town 300s with the 36912 dials. Can't tell you offhand. We do have a full overflowing Omega case I can find out and report back in our next session. How's that? Okay. And okay, so I can't wander off, Dave, and track that link down right now without disrupting the show, so we'll get back on that a little bit later. So any feedback on this Omega, just out of curiosity? Okay. I'm going to change it up a bit. And back to our Grand Seiko topic. And two new pieces came in today. I showed yesterday, for those of you who watched, the SBGK 005, I believe, the blue dial version of the manual wind with power reserve on the front. I have that pre-owned at the moment at a really good price. And today showed up a new, actually it's a post-Basel announcement piece, the white dialed version. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button, guys, sorry. And there we go. And this is very sweet. The other three watches in the series are the dark blue, the reddish brown dial, or the reddish dial, and the black lacquer, the latter two being 18 karat gold. This is steel, and I think that's a benefit of being quite a bit more legible than the others, and I think it's quite a lovely piece. And since it doesn't have a painted or otherwise special featured dial, this is coming in at 6,900 versus in the 7,600, 7,600 or whatever for the other steel piece. So I think it's very elegant. Again, it's a manual wind, and we'll turn it around, show you the movement. The usual beautiful Grand Seiko work, craftsmanship. Okay. Okay, so in the comments, blue lovers will enjoy that Omega. Omega would be perfect for an LSU fan. Okay, good one. And GTMX, a new face here to me, just flying back in from Venice. Discovered that the seahorse on the gondola is the inspiration for the Seamaster logo. That's interesting. Still dodge the Venice edition Seamaster, though. We'll wait till it drops. Okay, well, thanks for that. And Der Stiefel's in the house. Hi, Steve. Hope all is well. Had a great time at the event, and the Snowflake is getting a ton of wrist time. Thanks for the awesome watch. Well, Dave, or Der Stiefel, sorry, not Dave. You went on to the Watch Time show in New York. You're quite a traveler. went home and then flew back out the next weekend. You can throw a couple of comments up on what you saw there if you'd like. I asked about that yesterday. You weren't on, so that would be cool. So, all right, let's get back to me and have another piece to throw up. Okay, so we're hearing the show low in the background on delay. And I am also. So something in my little studio is picking that up, and I'm not sure where that is. And looking around, and try to cut off sound on other devices as I can. And we'll have to be careful about that. Still tuning up the operation here, folks. All right. Do I have the show playing somewhere? Yeah, I have it on the one I'm watching the comments on, but otherwise it's on my main computer. Okay, I turned off another thing. Hopefully that does the trick. All right, I have another piece here to show you, and let's work on that. Okay. Okay, so Der Stiefel, following up on watch time. It was great. Plenty of amazing pieces. Of course, we knew that. And he saw the Ultra Deep from Omega and a high from Joe Kirk, the national trainer from Grand Seiko. So that's great. And hope you had a good time overall. I was sorry to miss it this year, but too many things going on in the Homestead area here. Okay. And, okay, I'm setting up another piece and having a little reflectivity issue. Get that. I think we killed that background through turning off one of my computers. So let me know, will you, Craig? And let's take a look at this guy. Sorry, this is the issue often with black or dark dials. This is another variant of the piece I just showed you. This is the SBGK 009. Again, it is manual wind with power reserve indicator on the dial, and of course with a small seconds in the subdial. And the remarkable thing here is the new bracelet that is out on this watch, and we are told that this will be interchangeable with the others, the other 4 watches in this series at least. So if someone's interested in, say, the blue dial with the high gloss croc strap, this would be a nice alternate bracelet to put on that piece to make it a little bit more sporty and versatile from time to time. So, okay, so everything's sounding perfect, getting some good feedback. And, okay. So, I'm wondering what you think about the bracelet. It's feels very supple. It's new for Grand Seiko. I kind of like it. And in this series, I probably would go with either that white dial or the dark blue one, the one that we have both new and in our pre-owned case. And I probably would go with the bracelet. I really like it. Curious what you folks think. Okay. So this is mostly what I had to bring on. I can show you another little shocking piece from the G-Shock collection. Probably a day late. This is probably more of a Halloween piece. But again, they're making some pretty nice rugged watches with interesting designs and a lot of functionality built in. And carbon fiber on this one. And if you need something rugged, this is one of the Mud Masters, and built to withstand those mudding courses I'm sure you all are running around in on the weekend and while I'm working. So, tough mudder, that's what I'm looking for. So, what do we think of these things? Okay, so Der Stiefel brings up an interesting point back on the Grand Seiko bracelet. Will that bracelet fit the snowflake? Is it titanium or steel? Well, it's steel, so you wouldn't want to put it on the white dial snowflake. It may be compatible with the steel blue dial snowflake. And with Grand Seiko, you're essentially going to have to try it to see if it fits, because they do not provide us with equivalences in terms of bracelets matching pieces for which they were not designed. And if we try to order a bracelet, we are asked what model watch does it belong with, and they are not providing alternatives that, oh, this will also fit another model. That just doesn't happen. So it has to be trial and error, something we're somewhat loath to do, given we don't want to scratch any pieces, and so don't know. I'm sure over time the lore will come out. We'll be able to test that, but interchangeability of bracelets and straps in the Grand Seiko line is not a strong suit of that brand. I'm sure most of you who are into Grand Seiko know that. So that is what's going on with that. So I am getting close to winding this up, and Der Stiefel likes my cool transitions, yep. And remember, I can't forget the remark, the king of cool, a month or so ago from one of our followers, and sure love to hear that. I have to remind my wife about it. She's not sure. And yep, ornament design. The G-Shock will survive everything. The ultimate tool watch, indeed they are. And remarkable variety. We have so many different designs, all at fabulous prices. We have pieces at $99 that I would happily wear. I need to bring some of those on. Think about holiday gifts, great gifts, and take a look. You want something for the weekend? That's it. So, Craig, thank you for putting my link in. Will you please make it https :/no www, littletreasury.com. What he put in will work, but it's not our exact address. So, okay. And, okay, Craig is reminding everybody, thumbs up. We do like positive feedback if earned, and we'll take our lumps if not. And please ring the bell. Craig reminds me, if you don't ring the bell, even though you're a subscriber, you will not be notified of our live streams. So if you want to be on top of things, do click the bell, and we will all be good. And okay, Der Stiefel recommending I show the new G-Shock with the AP Royal Oak style bezel. They're very popular right now. Okay, we'll dig into the showcase. I'm sure we've got those in there. I'm not the store's expert on G-Shock. Trying to bring some of my younger associates onto the show, and they're shy, and so we're trying to bring people out of the shadows and get them groomed for public life, and maybe I can get one of our G-Shock specialists out, and he can run through them. Okay, so that's one thing we found with our event the other day, inviting the brand reps on to be interviewed, and a lot of people who otherwise seemed confident and bold were saying, well, what are you going to ask me? And I said, I don't know. We're just going to stand up there and talk. And a couple of young ladies had to be almost dragged in front of the camera. Craig well knows that, so it's sort of fun. Okay, so Steve Rushaw mentions the FP Journe, and yeah, I want to revisit that. And I actually got a call on that the day after I showed it, and someone has interest. The current owner now might be getting uninterested. I'm not sure where he sits right now. He was sort of shocked we had someone on it. So I'm going to show it again and point out something I find really nice. So here we go. All right, so look at this texturing on, I have to get this on the bracelet. It's really extraordinary, and I've never seen anything like it. It's almost looks like that hammered effect on the Grand Seiko Platinum piece. It looks very random and hand done to me, so it was a real treat to pick that up, feel how heavy it was, put it on the wrist, very comfortable. As the owner pointed out, those lugs have a little bit of, the first link are pointed down. It's not, the watch isn't really, the lugs are not curved down, but that first link is angled down, and it just hugs the wrist beautifully. So not only is it a work of art, it's really something that seems very wearable and, of course, beautiful. So there it is. If someone wants to take a stab at it, we'll try to get it off that guy's wrist and get it on yours. So let's have a go at it. So, okay, here we are. And, okay, I think I have to wind it up. I have to get back to work. I've rarely been able to do 2 back-to-backs, and reason is that I'm able to is we've just brought aboard 2 new associates, and we've been looking for good help for a long while, and we just came across 2 people we thought would work out really nicely, and so they're here helping, taking the load off of our stressed staff who's been overly busy, and I hope it'll give me more time to do some of these shows and other things like it, events, and I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you are too. So that is that. And one more comment from Steve Rushaw. I have only ever seen something similar on a leather strap, never on a gold bracelet. Yeah, I think it's extraordinary, and FP Journe is doing some amazing things. So I will be able to show you some more of those in the future, I believe. I have a pretty good link to people who are into them, and we will see. So, okay, so I am going to get out of here, see if I can sell a watch or two, and then head home for a dinner. And I appreciate you all coming on and spending time with me. Take care, and over and out.